Kentucky. Here we go. Woo!
Well, we have a champion.
Yeah, we do. We do.
The
The
Se-
grandson of the Marlboro Man.
the Seattle Sea Chickens.
No, it's the Seahawks.
Oh,
Pakaw!
Seahawks.
Pakaw! We go.
What's that? What's that old Looney Tune? Well, I'm a. What's it? I'll say. Wasn't he a chicken hawk or something like that?
Pronghorn Leghorn, yeah.
Frog. I say. I'm a chicken hawk. Anyway,
You
sorry.
know, I mean, but Sam Darnold, if you thought about it, his grandfather played quarterback at USC as well.
Yeah.
Name, and I'm not making this up, Travis. I know you're a reverend. I wouldn't disrespect you this way. Name Dick Hammer
Yeah.
and was the Marlboro Man. I mean,
Yeah.
first off, we're going to get into Sam Darnold in a minute, but how amazing is it that that's his grandfather? Could you imagine being like, hey, my grandfather played quarterback at USC and was the Marlboro Man?
I wonder what his grandpa would say to these people that vape.
Now, yeah, he just, yeah. Like,
Come
is that
on,
Captain
boy.
Crunch? Is that, oh, Fruity Loops with a side of Raisin Bran?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, what the crap?
Yeah.
What the
Boy,
crap? But you know what else I think the
boy,
Marlboro Man
what
would do
you,
if he was around today?
what you putting in your mouth? What's that? What's that smoke? You know what he would tell us though if he was
Well,
around
what would he
today?
tell us,
You know what
Travis?
he would tell those kids? He'd say, "It's all right, kids. Enjoy your Fruit Loop
Smoke
flavored
Marlboro
whatever it
Reds
is.
like a real man.
Yeah, but try this, buddy. But listen, while you're doing it,
While you're
you
smoking the
should
Marlboro Reds.
you should like this podcast, this post, wherever you got this from. If it's on social media, wherever. If it's on YouTube, you should subscribe to the channel. If it's on Apple Podcast, Clint, if it's on
Yeah.
Spotify, subscribe to it. That way you get noticed when a new one pops up. You should you should share it.
Share it. The Marlboro Man would
Share
share it.
it. Because look, the Marble Man, yeah, if he had an extra smoke,
Yeah, there's
he
smoke. He
would
just he'd give you
he
one.
would share it. And then listen, he would comment. He would say, "Hey, those the boys on there are talking about some funny stuff, or they're talking about some good. They made a good point about that. My boy Sam Darnold."
Yeah, he'd
So
be, he'd be pumped.
he'd be pumped about it. So
He'd be pumped about it. He would love it. Dick Hammer recommends this podcast. Paul Feinbaum recommends this podcast.
what
You
more can you
guys
ask for, folks?
should recommend this podcast.
Yeah.
You know who else recommends this podcast, Travis?
Who's that?
John Michelle.
1, 2, 3, 4. You ever seen a lame man walk? Ever heard a dumb man talk? Never seen a blind man see? I promise you a change his name. You ever seen a cancer dead? Ever seen all the poor get fed? Ever seen a prisoner set free? I promise you a change his name. Broken heart made whole. Ever seen an orphan find a home? Ever seen a weak find a strength? I promise you a change his name. Ever seen the sick get healed? Ever seen a mystery revealed? Ever seen a death man raised? I promise you a change his name.
What's up, everybody? It's time. It's time for the Hawg Slop podcast. I'm your boy, Bigger T. Joined as always by my man, my best friend, Big C, Clint Clark. How in the world are you, buddy?
Dude, I am better than I deserve. I'm better than I deserve. I'm living the dream down in beautiful Victoria, Texas. It is where they close school because it gets cold. It might ice. It didn't ice, but it was cold, so they canceled school 4 days in advance. And Travis, I've discovered that I can get a little. Me and you both. We're going to turn 50 this year.
Hmm.
It's happening. The
Few
big
months,
50 coming around.
few months away.
Um, I mean, some people classify that as if it ended tomorrow as a good run,
That's right.
but
Yeah.
we still got a little bit left in us, we think. But Trav, or a little intro got me thinking. We're talking about vaping and the Marlboro Man.
Yeah.
So I used to smoke, and part of the reason I used to smoke was I had a job where if you went outside to just relax for 10 minutes, you were being lazy. Get your butt back inside.
Yeah.
If I went out there to smoke and I was out there 10, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
thank you.
You got a smoke break.
You got a smoke break.
Yeah.
So now these kids have been, I tell you, I think it's the higher ups. I think it's the elites, Travis, that have introduced the vapes because now you don't even miss work. You just sit there and go, and then you
Yeah.
blow out sweet ginger cane
That's
or
right.
or hippopotamus mint.
Yeah.
I don't know what these kids are these chemicals
I
that they're
don't.
ingesting. I don't know, Travis.
I don't either.
I saw a commercial that you're ingesting straight. You're ingesting Optimus Prime
Yeah.
and who was the other one? Who was the bad guy? Megatron. You're
Megatron. Yeah.
you're injecting both of them in your body, and they're gonna
Yeah.
fight it out inside
Yeah.
your body because you're vaping. And then a freaking alien's gonna pop out and go.
Yeah. Kind of like,
That's what's going to happen, all
yeah.
because you're vaping it.
That's
Smoke
right.
Marlboro Reds like a real man, and
That's
that will happen.
right.
You won't have a,
Just die later with lung cancer, folks.
and then
That's
you can go outside and take a break. I mean, you're going to get cancer. I mean,
well,
that's going to happen, but you won't have like a pterodactyl shoot out your body and take over the world.
well, and speaking of breaks,
Oh yeah,
one of my favorite things, and it works into my diet, is I go to Popeyes. I know you're going to say diet at Popeyes, but yeah,
yeah, no,
they have the blackened chicken tenders. Okay, so they're you know pretty good little protein kick and not breaded and stuff. So it's a
yeah,
pretty good little meal there. And so I get that pretty regular. So I went by there today. And no, I'm used to this, okay? They don't have those ready like they do the regular chicken tenders.
yeah,
So they move you up, right? And so and they bring them out to you because they got the timer. They don't want it corporate to know that they're making you wait at the window or whatever.
right, yeah,
Well, I noticed when I was going around through the drive-through at ours, it's in an old gas station. It's not they don't sell gas anymore, but it's just Popeyes now. But it's and there used to be like a car wash off to the side, like a lot of
I
gas.
got my hair cut at a place just like that in Cabot.
Okay, well, I was going around, and you got to go in between the old car wash and the building to go through the drive-through. And I looked over, and there were 4 Popeyes workers standing behind the old car wash, smoking,
Okay.
just standing around smoking. And I'm thinking, wait a second, Clint, this is Popeyes in Camden, Arkansas. Okay, I was in
Well, and
Camden.
you Marco Polo me during this, so it was about 11:30 when it happened.
Yeah,
So and
yeah,
it's
exactly, middle of lunch time. And I'm thinking, wait a second, how many workers do they have to where 4 of them can take their smoke break at the same time? And then when I go through the drive-through, I look in. You can look in, and there's only the person at the drive-through window, and that's it. Like there's not anyone else in the kitchen there. Normally, I can see at least 2 or 3 other people in there cooking and getting food ready or whatever. There's not anybody else in there with her. And then when I pull forward, I see another one go out there. So 5 people out there smoking,
out there burning one.
burning one, while I'm sitting and waiting on my blackened chicken tenders. And I thought, okay, I can understand you need your smoke break, like you were talking about,
Yeah.
but everybody at once.
You got to stagger those things. As a guy that's worked in management for 20 plus years, you got to stagger the breaks. You know, I used to try to run lunch like at 11, then one at 11:30 and
Yeah,
noon,
that's right.
12:30, stagger them so they get a good lunch, but it's staggered. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Tried to be considerate and think of it. You know, you got to stagger those smoke breaks. And you know what my man Travis just did to your Popeyes in Camden? Most people would just they would get on their computer, tweet corporate,
Oh yeah.
maybe poke them
No,
on Facebook. Not
no.
Travis Cody Johnson. No, he's going to go on a podcast where he has literally
That's
dozens
right.
of listeners, and he's going
That's
to put you
right.
on blast.
Well, and the
So,
truth is, if you live in South Arkansas, customer service that is subpar, sadly, is pretty normal.
yeah,
I love now. Look, they normally treat me very nice at that Popeyes. I'm not. The food got out a little bit later than usual. A little bit. It took a little longer. The girl forgot to bring my drink out, but she went and got it real quick, and she gave me a bigger size than I ordered. All that kind of stuff to make up for it. I mean, I'm not trying to dog them,
right, yeah,
but in South Arkansas, there's just not competition. Like when we lived in Conway, and I'm sure it's like this where you live now in Victoria, but like when you lived in Central Arkansas, there was competition, right?
right, yeah,
You could swear off a place and still have plenty of places to go, right?
right.
Well, in Camden, you have Popeyes, you have KFC. And both of them, and Popeyes is the food is always better because the KFC food is usually not very good there. But I mean, I've gone to both, but they don't have the blackened chicken, so I don't go there.
You
But
know, when me
mm,
and Anna are traveling, and we're going to eat, you know, speaking of poor customer service, I always, you know, I prefer to eat like a hole in the wall.
yeah,
Like if I'm in Memphis, I want to go eat Central Barbecue, Rendezvous.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go eat Chili's.
yeah,
Man, I always go and I look at Google reviews, especially if I'm just like, okay, where's the best place in Forest City?
yeah,
Something like that, just for example. And I always like to go see what the bottom reviews are.
yeah.
Because see what the because a lot of times you'll see people that have like a 4.3 review. Like they were really busy at noon on lunch.
Yeah,
1 star.
yeah,
I'm like, what do you expect? I mean, you give them a review like you walked into the place waiting on John Taffer to walk in.
yeah.
Um, have you ever been to one of those places, Travis, where you sit down and you just like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
Oh, yeah.
I went to this place right outside Houston in Sugar Land called the Fountains. And I'm not going to tell the whole story, but literally at one point, my waitress just yelled, "F you, mom, I'm sober." Um, that happened. I'm like,
Yeah.
good for you, girl.
There
Good
you
for
go.
you. And
Just cheer her
apparently,
on.
no one that worked the night before did any setup.
Yeah,
Um, this place is also, keep in mind, Travis, this place is massive
yeah,
with a patio that, you know, looks like it was on some tropical island.
yeah,
Like awesome to have a concert. And she's the only waitress and she's the bartender. She's got it out there. She's
yeah,
got it inside. And I'm just like, this is happening right now. And she's just constantly complaining about the night before.
yeah,
And I was just like, man, if only John Taffer would have walked in. That's why I always look at the reviews now,
yeah.
every
That's
time.
right. Well, Clint, all right. Enough customer service issues.
Yeah, you know, Travis, last week we pitched out to our viewers and listeners, like, hey, because we were inspired by Eli Manning doing an honest review of the program, a movie which apparently does not age well. I refuse to go back and watch it because I do not want my childhood and my teenage years ruined.
Yeah, I understand that.
Ruined. It is a cinematic masterpiece, unlike nothing ever produced, and you will never change my mind, Eli Manning.
That's right.
Um, so we had some hits.
Mhm.
Me and Travis actually, I believe we agreed upon the movie,
Yeah,
and I went to go watch it today. And now, kids, I have HBO Max, I have Netflix, I have Disney Plus, I have Hulu, I have Prime, I have YouTube TV, I have Peacock, Paramount Plus. Am I forgetting anything, Travis?
I think you hit them all.
I hit most of them. I don't have Apple TV Plus. I don't have that one.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah.
Maybe because I want to save an extra $6 a month.
Yeah.
So the movie that was selected that we agreed upon was Space Jam 2.
And I was pretty excited about
I was
LeBron's
pretty
voice
excited
acting.
about it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was on HBO Max. I was just going to go watch it. I was going to watch it for today before we recorded the podcast. Sent Travis and Marco Polo said, I'm about to watch this.
Yeah.
That way we can do an honest review for the viewers that suggested this gym,
Yeah.
this cinematic masterpiece, this
Yeah.
piece of cinema.
My boy Jason Waters suggested it. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Waters. Thank you, Jason. And we were going to watch it, Jason, but it's not on HBO Max. It is not on any streaming services. You know, the last time I've not been able to find a movie to watch on a streaming service was Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Why? I just wanted to watch Cannonball Run. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even then, I was able to piece it together on YouTube
Yeah.
to watch, like in like 6 clips. Like I literally watched the entire Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Uh, but so I watched Cannonball Run like that. So I'm like, I can't even find Space Jam 2 on that. So Jason, we apologize. We did select Space Jam 2. We were going to watch it, but apparently it's not on any streaming services, and I'm not spending $6 on it. I'm just not.
Yeah, that's right. Well, so that's the movie review. We'll get
That-
to that though. We'll select another one maybe. And so if you got any other
yeah, if you
suggestions,
got any other suggestions, just let us know. You've heard all the streaming services that I have.
that's right.
As long as it's streaming on one of those, if I can get it on Tubi or one of the free platforms, I'll even watch the commercials with it. I don't want to, but I will.
Yeah.
But
And I pretty much
yes,
have the same ones Clint said. So yeah, let us know. Well, Clint, last night was the big game. I don't know if we can say the name of the big game.
Super Bowl 60,
Yeah.
Super Bowl 60.
So I just watched the second half. I wasn't able to watch the first half, but I was kind of pumped when I turned it on and got to see that it was a close game at the halftime.
Yeah.
It was 9-0 when I turned it on. I saw that neither offense was really, I guess, doing a ton by that time. Seemed like of course Seattle's offense had done better. But Clint, I was really shocked. I mean, I knew Seattle had a good defense,
Right.
and they played well. They played very well. But I think Drake May and Mr. Campbell,
Yeah.
Mr. Campbell, didn't Campbell make a derogatory remark about Arkansas when he was at LSU?
He probably did. He probably
he
did. He had a
famously said something.
he had a rough evening.
Yeah, he gave up 14 hurries.
Yeah.
A record.
It's hard to win games like that.
Yeah.
It really is. I thought Seattle had gameplay. You know what amazed me about Seattle, Travis, is they're talking about they're on the 40-yard line. It's like 4th and 5. And they say, I know most people go for it, but not Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel's old school. He plays old school.
Yeah.
Field position, ball. And it seemed like early on, like early, after that first field goal, that New England was kind of controlling the field position. And I thought that they were going to, eventually they'd break through.
Yeah.
And they just never did.
Yeah.
Drake May got hit a lot, and he was definitely hearing some footsteps.
He was, Clint, but look, there's been a lot of people talking, of course, like every game, and especially when someone lays an egg like that. McDaniel's taking heat. The offensive line, of course, is taking heat, and there's some reasons for that. But I think a lot of it lies on the shoulders of Drake May, Clint. And I know he's young and I know he's going to learn from it. So I understand that. But we saw a lot of the things that got us in trouble with Taylor Green at Arkansas. Drake May, there was open receivers, just like we saw with Taylor Green at Arkansas at times, especially like 2 years ago when he had Tesla and Luke Haas running wide open many times. There was, but what it was happening is he wasn't going to his check downs like he should have. He had Stevens and is it Harris, the rookie from Tennessee? That's
I think so.
the
Yeah.
other good running back that's speedy. Or Henderson. I think
I
it's
can't
Henderson.
remember.
Anyway, whatever his name is, but like those guys and some tight ends were open for checkdowns several times. Okay, in the second half, and when they did move the ball, he was hitting those people for the checkdown.
Well,
But when he was
Trav,
messing up, Clint, is when he was trying to force the ball down the field into places it didn't need to go.
but Trav, when you got a young quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of, I mean, until you give them that, you give them that nickel and dime stuff, and you dare them to hit the big stuff on you. That's what you do because the young quarterback can't help himself. Had that been a more seasoned quarterback like Mahomes back there or something like that, you probably would have seen him taking the checkdowns. They basically said, "Hey, we're going to give you this. Just take it."
Yeah. No,
And,
I totally agree with you. I mean, I totally agree with you. And it's what it was Seattle exploited his youth, and he, instead of him realizing that, and his coaches getting it across to him that to where he realized that, he gave into it.
yeah, the difference is that Sam Darnold threw the ball away. Drake May turned it over and took sacks.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I mean, that honest to goodness, that's the difference in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
New England has a good defense. They gave up some outside runs. Sam Darnold got his lick. But I mean, that's the long and short of it. Is Sam Darnold took care of the football and threw it away, and Drake May turned it over.
If
And
you want to compare it, here's my little Razorback comparison. You ready for this?
go ahead.
It's Brandon Allen versus Austin Allen.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold was Brandon Allen. He played smart, wasn't amazing, wasn't flashy. He did what he needed to do. Uh, Drake May was Austin Allen.
Yeah.
He held the ball too long, and that's what got some strips. That's what got some other things. He should have checked it down, got rid of the ball. That's what, and look, I'm not trying to compare him to Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the GOAT or considered the GOAT, whatever. But that's what made Tom Brady so great. Was
Well,
he was going to hit those check downs until he softened you up, and then he was going to throw it downfield to somebody to bust it wide open. And Drake May tried to bust it downfield too much, and it wasn't happening for him.
yeah. No, 100%. And who knows? Unless the other two quarterbacks that made it their sophomore year, Joe Burrow and Dan Marino never made it back.
Yeah.
So is Drake May going to be them guys, or is he going to be?
I guess you could say he's still got a chance.
Well, Burrow's still got time. I think to do it, he's got to get out of Cincinnati.
Well, they're going to have to rework their roster, if nothing else, because they've spent so much money on offense they can't afford a defense.
Yeah, I mean, crap, they about have me and you out there playing defensive end and defensive tackle, and that's a terrible idea.
That's right. Now there's two great stories for Seattle. I mean, there's lots of great stories, right? You got Lawrence on the defensive line, a former Cowboy he was wreaking havoc, dude. He was tearing up those tackles for Seattle. But you gotta love the Sam Darnold story,
dude. Is it not amazing what that kid went through?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Just he gets drafted into the dysfunctional situation, which is the New York Jets.
Yeah,
he gets 3 years, and he wasn't great for 3 years, but you put anybody in that situation.
Oh yeah,
You put anybody in that situation, you name one receiver that he had to throw to in his time in New York that was close to the level of JSN or
Yeah.
close to the level of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's not one. There's not one. Probably the number three receiver on both those teams is better than anything he had with the Jets.
Even if you
So,
could say one of them was decent, the coaching they had and everything else, and the dysfunction of the ownership
yeah.
would have
Well,
ruined.
then he ends up in Carolina, goes 8-9 there, not terrible.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously, still not good enough. I mean, no one wants to be 500, and he still's got the stink of being with the Jets. Goes, signs a 1-year contract with San Francisco to back up Brock Purdy.
Mhm.
Um, then winds up in Minnesota,
Yeah.
his fourth stop. All he does is take them to 14-3, second best record in the NFC. The bad part was Detroit was 15-2 and had the best record, so you fall to
Yeah.
the 5 seed, and then you get beat, and then basically Minnesota goes, no, we're going to go ahead and take this kid.
Yeah.
We're going to take this kid. We're going to let you go.
Yeah.
But so you're sitting
And
there,
then when Seattle gets him, they're not excited about him. Even though, like you said, he won 14 games at Minnesota, the people in Seattle are like, are we really better off with him than Geno Smith? And
right? Yeah,
Seattle,
I mean, it wasn't
you're
because
better off.
there's like, okay, you done it once,
Yeah.
big whoop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you do it? Can you do it again?
Yeah.
And people thought, well, he only did, and he did that because he had Justin Jefferson to throw to.
Yeah.
Um, well, Minnesota let him walk. Their GM's out of a job.
Yeah.
Schneider is the I want to thank John Schneider, but I'm pretty sure that's Bo Duke.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so so
Whatever his name is, but yeah.
Travis, was there a worse season of television than the Dukes of Hazzard with Vance and Coy?
No, there's
Um,
not. There's not.
yeah, there's not. It just like that happened.
Yeah.
So you should have just paid Bo and Luke whatever they're asking for and been done with it.
That's right. That's right.
Enough of that though. But one of them's like everybody's singing his praises.
Yeah.
The other one's terminated, and it's just because one of them, you know,
Yeah.
got the quarterback call right, and the other one missed it. And Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl. I mean, it is an amazing story of perseverance.
Yeah.
And betting on yourself. I think I was listening to a clip on the McAfee show, and they're talking about somebody or the McAfee show, and they're talking about how Christian McCaffrey said Sam Darnold's still the same guy he was.
Yeah.
He's grinding every day, working every day,
Yeah.
working on his craft every day. Never got down, even when he was the backup, and just showed up to work. And now he's Super Bowl champion. It's a heck of a story. People wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And that loaded quarterback class, Travis. That quarterback class is loaded.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's the first one to get a ring.
Yeah.
I mean that class is going to be compared to I think the '83 quarterback class when it's all said and done.
You're right.
I mean,
Well, and another great story from Seattle that I love and that I was so impressed with the young man is that Walker kid, the running back, Clint. Did you see the highlight they re-showed of him making that run where they were talking about it? It looked like he was.
oh yeah, he said he sat there for like 2 seconds.
He stopped to let his block set up. Okay,
Yeah.
Clint, that is something that is hard to teach kids, running backs, because the natural instinct and honestly, when you're teaching a kid to run the ball, especially at running back, you just want them to go forward, hit the hole quick. Okay, because normally that's what you need. But there are times in a blocking scheme, especially trap blocking and things like that, and pin and pull situations or whatever, and even like in zone blocking situations, you got to let your blocks get set up and you let your guy get in front of you. And so you got to be able to slow down and then take off. And dude, that was textbook on
Yeah.
that play. And he did that many other times. And then the great story I read earlier about his dad had never been to an NFL game until yesterday. His dad doesn't like crowds. And so he just watched all his games on TV. But he's like, okay, it's the Super Bowl, son. I'm gonna show up, and his
You know,
son and his
you
son
know,
gets the
Trev.
MVP.
It kind of reminds me of just talking about the running back position. If you take Trent Richardson
Mm,
and Emmitt Smith,
yeah,
and you say, okay, and you just watch their film, their scouting combine.
yeah.
Who's the better running back? Just watching the
Oh,
scouting.
Trent Richardson.
Trent Richardson, better athlete.
Yeah, yeah,
But better football player, Emmitt Smith. And
by
what
far.
separated Emmitt Smith and Trent Richardson is their vision.
Yeah,
Emmitt Smith's ability to find a hole, let it set up. I mean, there's pictures of wide open holes
yeah,
and Trent Richardson running into a crowd.
yeah.
I mean, there's just
That's right.
they're all over they're all over the internet.
And as Razorback fans, that was something we saw in Mike Washington this year. If you remember, if you go back and listen to our podcast, that was one of the things we talked about with Mike Washington, where he was struggling with at the beginning of the year, was he wasn't setting up his blocks. He was just going too hard, right, straight forward. He wasn't running patiently. And then as he got going through the year, as we saw him get better and better, he started running more patiently. He started letting his blocks get set up in front of him. He started cutting off his blocks better. And he was just using his athleticism. He was just like, go, 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 got to run people over, got to go. And I mean, that's something we saw with Darren McFadden as he continued to, I mean, had an amazing freshman year, but uh, that was something we saw with him as he got better at that as he got on too. And, uh, but yeah, that's what Walker already has that. And so I'm anxious to see how he continues to grow. Um,
Yeah.
some of that, they can keep of course with NFL, it's all about, can you keep your players?
Who can you
Your
keep?
roster.
I mean, Sam Darnold don't have a break the bank contracts, I think, for at least for
No.
the next 2 years. They're going to be able to kind of keep it together. That is a tough division, my friend, because and I knew that going into the game that Seattle's a lot more battle tested because they had to play Seattle twice. I mean, they played San Francisco twice
Yeah.
and LA twice.
Yeah.
And plus they had to play no, they didn't play the first base. I can't remember what was the schedule they played, but I mean, they
Well, but one thing, like you were talking about, that division's tough, and one of the reasons is San Francisco, those two teams you just mentioned, and the Rams have built their roster in similar ways. They have good depth on their roster. They got good, solid players up and down their roster. That's what San Francisco. That's why they can have a Brock Purdy who's Mr. Irrelevant. I mean, he's played well, but a lot of it's because they got a
what
roster that's built with solid players in positions where you're not just filling a position because that's all you can afford. They've got some good solid players on good
well,
contracts.
and you've got a handful of elite quarterbacks. You got Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. I'm just going to say those three,
Yeah.
and somebody can scream about some else, but those are the quarterbacks that are just
You
elite
throw
that you don't have.
Jackson in there too.
Eh, I thought about Lamar Jackson. I just think the other. I mean, Mahomes, I think, is just on pretty much in class by himself right now. The rest of them are going to need bodies around them, and I think that's what you see with Brock Purdy. What you saw with Sam Darnold is the talent you have around the quarterback matters.
Yeah.
It really, really
Oh, for
does.
sure.
When you have a JSN, you have a Justin Jefferson. I mean, that was when KJ was great. Was when he was like, "Screw it, Traylon's down there somewhere." I mean,
And
that's when you see.
now we need to get to Razorback basketball, but I want to throw this out there. I heard this on the radio today on a national sports radio. And so it's kind of a what if question. There's never a right answer to it, right? But what if Bo Nix doesn't get hurt? Does Denver give Seattle a better game than uh than New England did?
You can't rule it out.
I think when you're talking like you brought up about the good roster, I think Denver had a better roster up and down. I think they had have a better. I think especially they don't have a couple of rookies on the offensive line like New England had, and so that's where I think they would. I think their offensive line would have been better. And I think Bo Nix has more football under his, not
Yeah.
much more,
Well,
but he played like what 12 years in college.
yeah. Well,
So
man, I think me and you, I think we're all surprised by how good of an NFL quarterback Bo Nix is.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, he's good. Like I figured, I knew he'd be good, but I had no idea he'd be
yeah,
wow this good.
yeah. I thought he'd be back up, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I thought he'd be one of them like Josh Rosen.
Yeah,
You see, number 10 overall pick that was out of the league 2 years later selling insurance.
yeah,
Um, but like you said, Trev, we got to talk the basketball game. Arkansas had not won since, was it 2015 at the hump?
yeah, man. Like forever, or maybe longer ago than that. I mean, like I had no idea.
And like John Calipari's like 9-0 there or something like that. Like, so something had to give.
That's right.
Something had to give. And then you
Eh,
had to be nervous going into it 'cause you find out Carter Knox is dealing with a knee.
I can't remember. One of them's a knee, one of them's an ankle.
Well,
Wagner and
I'm pretty
Knox.
sure DJ Wagner, and as much as people like to hate on DJ Wagner not being a big time scorer, he's our best perimeter defender.
Yeah, yeah.
He just is. His defense, like every people like to crap on, they like to look at scoring, like, oh, this guy's not that important. Some of the times it's about stopping the other team's best scorer. And DJ's defense has been valuable. Carter
Well,
Knox is an
and
NBA
the other
player.
thing that Wagner brings that a lot of people don't give him credit for is he's been with Cal longer than anybody out there.
Yeah.
So he's kind of Cal's coach on the court. He's his, he's his mouthpiece out there a lot in a lot of ways. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Former number one overall player in the country,
Yeah,
DJ Wagner.
yeah,
So, yeah, so he's out. Carter Knox, NBA player, he's out. Um, so you're going in, and this team only plays 8 guys, really.
yeah.
So I mean that really limits your bench. I mean
And look, folks, we understand Mississippi State was not a good team. It was a team that we should beat.
yeah.
However, there is no gimmies in the SEC,
No, any SEC win on the road is a good win.
and especially on the road. Okay, that
Especially
was
on the
the
road,
next
and you're
point I was
coming
going to
off,
make.
you're licking your wounds. You just got beat by Kentucky.
Yeah,
Your pride's got to be hurt a little bit.
yeah.
You're going on the road, and Mississippi State's going to be loud because you're Arkansas, you're coached by Cal. Mississippi State's just annoying. I'm sure there's cowbells there.
More than likely.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a road environment, and they go out and pretty much dominate the game.
Yeah.
They
Now,
do.
and
I know you want to
They
give us.
played them like other SEC schools have beaten them. I mean, other SEC schools have beaten Mississippi State pretty bad there. But yeah, I mean, you did what you should have done, and you did it without, as you mentioned, that two of your better players, two of your key rotation guys, one, two guys that have started for you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. No. DJ has been a starter most of the season. I think Malik Thomas has kind of taken that over, and
yeah,
um, Carter Knox is a starter. He's one of the guys that really fueled that the tournament run we had last year.
yeah,
So yeah, you're without them two guys. I think, but you beat Mississippi State by 20. I mean, and it wasn't competitive. It just wasn't a very competitive game. I mean, they got within 10 at some points, but they never really could, get over that hump and get us. So it was nice.
you
It
got.
was good to see.
It was good to see Brazil uh, playing better. He had a great game. Of course, Wagner and them. I mean, did it always does good.
How much NIL money do you think we'll need to get Acuff to come back?
I mean, Acuff had a great game. Yeah, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
I don't think
No.
Tyson's got enough chicken to sell.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is the next that is the next great cow
I
point
think
guard.
I think Tyson would have to AI some chicken to get to
Yeah,
get enough.
yeah,
To
he'll
play.
have to. I think that's going to be a lot of chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he ain't going on one of them two-way contracts. He's going on a
yeah.
he's going on a. You knew you had to be special to look at Boogie Flan and go, "Hey, there's the door, bud."
Clint, something I've noticed, and I just I hate to be this guy. I hate to be this guy,
Oh no,
but I'm gonna be this guy. Did you watch any of the? Of course, you got to work. You work on Saturdays a lot. College game day, the basketball
I didn't.
college game day. I don't watch it like I do the football one, but I turned it on a little bit, just to see what they're talking about. In the last couple of weeks, we haven't necessarily had a marquee game to where they're going to talk about us very much. But when they talk about some of the best teams in the country and the best players in the country, they're not mentioning Arkansas and they're not mentioning ACUF very much.
No.
And I don't know what it's going to take for that to happen. Because, and look, I understand the Kentucky loss was ugly. Uh, we got some more to prove. Cal's building this team for the tournament. He's not building it to win the SEC. He's building this team to play in the tournament. Okay. And that's what he's working toward, and that's what this team will eventually be judged on. But I'm ready for him to start getting a little.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Trav, would you consider year one under Cal a success or a failure?
Oh, success.
Okay. They're having a far better regular season this year than they were last year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I mean,
no.
far and away. I mean, they were what? Yeah.
I'm happy with. I mean, I'm not disappointed in the season at all.
No, but
I'm just saying, I'm disappointed in the fact that.
Yeah, you're disappointed with the media coverage. I understand.
Because I think this team is as talented as any in the country.
Yeah. No, they are.
And I think they just haven't put it all together yet. And I think they're going to put it all together.
No, and that's what it's going to take. Is going to see them put it all together and make a deep run in the tournament and all that. So, Trav, baseball kicks off this weekend down in Arlington. It
does. There were some scrimmages this week. Sounded like pitching's getting rounded up a little bit. Sounds like, from what I heard and from different commentators that watched it, that Fisher's going to end up being that third starter. We'll see what happens. But it looks like the Hogs will have, the two lefties and a righty there. But yeah, I saw an interview with New, the center fielder. He's just an interesting story, Clint. I talked about him last week, but he's very confident in his ability. So it'll be interesting to see what he does, and some of the others. There's another kid named Turner that's looking pretty good. The shortstop I mentioned last week, he's already like preseason rookie of the year, freshman of the year. He's already got that on his back. He's still got to get out there and prove it. He ain't played.
Any Dave Van Horn coach team is going to have NLB talent.
And Dave's an infield guy. That's his specialty. Okay, yeah. And that's why we've had some of the best shortstops in the country every year. And people think that he in this freshman, I forget his name, Baumgartner or whatever. But anyway.
Yeah, he is the shortstops what Coach Cal is the point guards.
Yeah. And so this is Mr. Next, supposedly. And so we'll see. I mean, the kid's 6'4", 215 pounds. He's built like it. So we'll see what happens. But I saw some post-practice interviews with him, and reporters are already asking him, what it's like having that kind of pressure on you. And he said him and coach are already talking about it, already talking about just play ball, just have fun, But I'm ready to watch. Well, I'm not going to watch them this week because it's on Flow, and I'm not going to get a membership.
Yeah, another streaming service. We've already discussed how many streaming services we have. Yeah. We'll hear about it though.
But it'll be exciting to hear what happens and see what how they do with the as they make their little Texas tour down there in Arlington.
Now, Trav, going back to the Super Bowl, I got one more thing to mention. Friend of the program, got a Super Bowl ring. He's not dressing, but Pooh Paul is on the Seahawks roster.
Oh, is he really?
Congratulations to Chris Pooh Paul, former Arkansas Razorback and Ole Miss Rebel. But he He is on the roster, or probably on the practice squad for the San.
And I'd forgotten Eric Gregory was on the New England roster.
Yeah, and then we obviously knew Hunter Henry was on there too. So I wanted Hunter Henry to have a killer game, and I was pulling for Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
So, grandson of the Marlboro Man. So,
that's right. That's right. Well, Clint, before we let go here, what you watching, buddy?
but the Royal Rumble was a couple weeks ago, and I had been just like, I'm not going to upgrade to ESPN Ultimate so I can stream the WWE pay-per-views. And then I finally did. Finally, like, all right, I'm gonna go. I want to watch Royal Rumble. So I was like, okay. Then they got me. They're like, okay, $29.99. You can just get ESPN
Yeah.
Ultimate, or you can pay $35 and you can get Disney Plus and Hulu. So of course I paid the $35, got Disney Plus and Hulu.
Yeah.
Then I got access to the History Channel shows,
Oh, nice.
which I hadn't had. So I've been watching they got all them, the blank that built America.
Yeah.
I watched the Frontiersmen that built America.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love all them shows because I'm getting old. Um, but did you know the Battle of New Orleans was completely unnecessary? Like, the war had already ended.
Really?
They fought it for no reason. Like, they'd already signed a treaty, but apparently they didn't get the fax or text. I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks.
But yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been binge watching all the shows that I missed on the History Channel.
There you go.
Caught up on the Food That Built America and the
Yeah.
Frontiersmen. So, I'm looking for my next old person obsession. How about you, Travissimo?
Well, it's American Idol time.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a couple folks from Arkansas that made it to Hollywood so far. There's a young lady from Pine Bluff that did an awesome job. She had a really good voice. She's got a chance to make it pretty far. There's a 16-year-old kid from Eastern Arkansas, kind of in the just a country boy. He made it through. He's gonna struggle. He's still young, but it's good. Good on the Arkansas boy. You never know. Maybe he's got a chance. But anyway, now I watched a show that it was on Netflix. It was also on Hulu, I think, originally. Have you heard of 11/22/63?
I have heard of it. I have not seen it, but yeah, I think you've told me something, and somebody else has told me something about it.
Okay, it's based on a Stephen King book by the same name. And it's man, it was good. It's a series. I forget how many episodes it was. But it's kind of a weird concept, okay? But it makes you think a lot. And when I tell you the concept, don't write it off right away. But it's what's his name that was on Pineapple Express with
James Franco.
James Franco, yeah, he's on it. He meets this guy that tells him about a way to travel back in time to 1960 and affect the JFK to try to stop the JFK shooting. Okay. And so he can live there for like 2 or 3 years or whatever and try to stop it. Okay. And, or to see, to try to make it happen. And he's got a lot of decisions to make along the way. It's a really neat, now the time travel thing, I mean, that's part of it, but it's not like Back to the Future. It's not
There's not a DeLorean.
No, there's not a DeLorean.
Okay.
It's not a big thing like that.
Is there a phone booth?
No, it's actually a storage room in a restaurant.
Okay, I didn't know there was like something strange afoot at the Circle K or anything.
No.
Okay.
But it's man, it's really not focused on that. That's really not the kind of the neat part. One of the neat things is here's a guy going from like 2016 or whatever. I think it's when it supposedly takes place, going back in time to the 60s, and he's living life back then, right?
If you could if you could get a time machine
Yeah.
to go back just for one thing, but you have to waste it on something completely ridiculous, what would you do?
Oh,
Like I would like, okay, I was like, okay, there was one time when I was a kid, I'd got an F in music because I just didn't try at all.
yeah.
So because I'm a genius, Travis, I took a pencil and I poked through the F and then I presented it to my parents, thinking they're not going to be suspicious at all.
You're brilliant.
Just brilliant. Like this is like brilliant. This is the
Yeah.
seventh grade Clint Clark mastermind here.
Yeah.
They didn't buy it.
Yeah.
I would go back and I'd be like, hey, guy, just try to alter it with your pencil instead. Don't try to poke.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be one of those. Yeah.
That'd be like what? You could have
Yeah.
stopped the horrible event, and that's what you wasted on. Just hey, just try to.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll tell you one of mine. I was just the one that
I
popped
mean,
up.
that was just the best I could come up with on the fly, Travis.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know, I don't know if, well, you probably remember when I was in eighth grade, at the end of eighth grade year, I had hip surgery.
right.
I had a slip growth plate in my hip. And I had to, and it was the last week of school. And so that whole summer I was on crutches, right? And I was supposed to be on them for 6 weeks. And the doctor, uh, my mom, of course, is a nurse, and she was very careful with everything with it, and it freaked her out that I had this surgery and stuff. Anyway, but I was supposed to stay on crutches that whole time, but like the first week I was playing wiffle ball, okay. But when I went to the doctor for my 6 week checkup to where he was going to decide if I was going to stay on crutches or not, when he asked me, "Have you been walking without your crutches?" I said, "Oh no, sir." And I think he thought that I was still having pain from it. And that's why.
Right, yeah.
And so he kept me on crutches 6 more weeks. And therefore, I ended up not being able to play football in ninth grade. And I've always wondered if I would have been honest with him and said, "Oh, I've been off my crutches since the."
Yeah, like I was playing wiffle ball week one. Had you been,
I've been off my crutches.
yeah, that would also be pretty pointless, Travis.
Yeah. You know,
That'd be like,
I mean, I would like to just see, okay, maybe I would have been able to play that year. And, you know, I mean, we were terrible that year. So I don't know.
no,
I wouldn't have helped much. But anyway.
no, we were pretty bad.
Well, Clint, I'll tell you something, just one thing I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Your boy, you know, I've been on this weight loss journey.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm so far in total, about 2.5 years, 290 pounds down.
It's amazing.
And I've gone from wearing like 7X in most shirts to wearing a 3X. And I've gone to wearing from a 66 in pants to now I'm at about a 44. Okay. Here's the problem with all that. Is all my clothes are baggy, dude.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm wearing some Adidas workout pants that I bought. And I bought them, they're like tapered leg, you know? So they're like, normally I never bought anything tapered leg because my legs would swell up at the end of the day and stuff like that because I was retaining so much fluids and all that kind of stuff. And so these were at the beginning when I bought them fit pretty good. And I'd lost, you know, now they fit baggy on me.
Yeah.
And so now, like, your boy's having to come up with money to get new clothes. So that's a good problem to have. I had a bunch of clothes that when I was smaller, you know, some of them were 10 years old, but some of them were good, just t-shirts,
Right, yeah.
sweatshirts, or even some just plain old jeans that were smaller sizes I had in a like storage, right? That I just couldn't throw away or give away or whatever. I decided to keep them as an incentive to lose weight. Well, now those are all big on me.
It's a good problem to have. It's annoying, but
it's a good problem to have, but it's like, okay, man. But then, I'm still trying to lose weight, so I don't want to buy very much. I just want enough to get by because it's going to end up being baggy. Hopefully, the goal is that it'll end up being baggy down. Anyway, good problems to have, folks. Good problems to have. So, anyway, folks, thanks for watching, listening. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know. Let us know if you got another movie we can watch. Bad sports movies. That's what we're looking for. Bad sports movies, not good ones.
Yeah, and it's got to be streaming somewhere. I'm not paying $6 to watch it.
That's right. Yeah, get somewhere where we can, whatever. And I don't have a DVD player, so
he's got a Betamax.
That's right. I got a Betamax. That's all I got. So, folks, Clint, have a great week, dude.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out.
Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Listen, that's why I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come. Listen, I wake up in the morning, I bow my head to pray. Mama told me if I don't, ain't nothing gonna change. These prayers breaking up hard ground so I can sow the seed. Ain't afraid of no aches and pain. Lord knows I gotta follow his lead. That's why I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come.